All right, so we are doing 6A day 1. We're translating between words and symbols. So your learning goals, you only have one, and that's I can determine what different parts of an expression could represent or does represent. All right, so as far as parts of an expression, there's two main things that you're going to be focusing on. Your variable, and this is all in real-world scenarios here. In real-world context, a variable is used to represent something that is not fixed. So, for example, the cost of an item, the number of rides, and it shouldn't be necessarily the cost of an item, but the number of items. So let's fix that, number of items. If you're getting a pizza, the number of toppings, okay? Constant, again, in real-world context, is used to represent something that is fixed. So, for example, your monthly fees for a bill, entrance fee to get into a carnival, base cost of something like a pizza, like if you got a cheese pizza, again, going to the toppings thing, where you pay an additional amount per topping. The per topping part would be your variable. The base cost would be like the price of just a cheese pizza. All right, so let's take a look at the first problem. The cost of a monthly cell phone plan is represented by the expression 0.35 M plus 22, and M is the number of text messages sent. So what could the 22 represent? We're talking about cost of a cell phone plan. So this 22 is something that we're going to get hit with each month, and then our bill goes up depending on how many text messages we send. So that 22 is a fixed cost, and in this case could be a monthly fee. Okay, so for example 2, we've got Joanna rents a boat, pricing listed in the given table, and the equation we have right here, f of x equals 75x plus 300. What does this 75 represent? Okay, so to help us figure that out, we're going to look at that part of it, and we have 75x. So this x right here, we can find here, and we can see that means, or what it stands for in this problem is the number of hours that you're renting the boat. And you can see that as your hours go up, the total cost goes up. So if we rented for 2 hours and we plug that in, our total cost would be 75 times 2, which is 150, plus 300 is 450. So that matches. So then this 75 must be the cost per hour to rent the boat. Okay, again, fairly straightforward. All right, last example, and this looks like a lot more than it is. So we have a box of Lucky Charms that sells for $4. It has $3 worth of cereal plus $1 for the box. The box includes 2 types of cereal, the frosted cereal, which we're going to call X, and the marshmallows, which we'll call Y. The leprechaun knows how much the different types of cereal cost per pound and how many pounds are in the box. So this situation can be represented by X plus Y equals 2, and then 5X plus 6Y plus 1 equals 4. So what does the 5 in the second equation represent? So we look at the 5 and we say, okay, so what's the variable that's with that? That's with X, okay, which is frosted cereal. And this equation represents cost. And the way that you can tell that is because we're told that the box sells for $4, which is represented right here. So the 5 in the second equation represents the cost of X, which is frosted cereal. And that's the cost per pound. Okay, the 6, again, we have that, and that's with the Y, which is right here, and that's the marshmallows. So that's going to be the cost per pound of the marshmallows, because a box is 2 pounds. Not that you're told that, but you are told the cost per pound here. Okay, the 1 in the second equation, now this was brought up here. It has $3 worth of cereal plus $1 for the box. So that's the cost of the box. And then the 4, of course, is the total price for Lucky Charms. Okay, so again, there's no real math involved as far as having to do any calculations. This is still math. It's logic based, and being able to identify the different parts of an expression, which is going to come in handy later. But if you just stop and slow down and think about things, it really shouldn't be that difficult for you. But as always, if you have any questions, please bring them to class. Let me know. And that is it. Thanks a lot.